Hey everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. Like I always say, no long intros, so let's dive right into the subject of this video, which is the best external monitor for your Blackmagic Pocket 6K or 6K Pro or 4K. Now I'm personally shooting with the Blackmagic Pocket 6K, the first version of it, not the Pro. And I've now been through 3 or 4 different monitors. I only have 3 with me today, and these are the ones that I think are really the best option. Really quick, I want to give a shout out to my bro Wes, who designed this shirt. He's starting his own brand, his own apparel line, as well as a few accessory items, a few cool mugs. But if you like his design, he hand draws all this stuff. He's fully supported by his artwork on Patreon. Please go check out his page. I'll put a link in the description below, and that'll really help him out. So thank you for checking that out. All right, so the best monitor for your Blackmagic rig. Now you can see my rig here, and I'll go through this setup. If you haven't seen my first video on my setup, I'm going to do another one very soon, as well as a detailed review on this monitor that's currently on it. But let's start with the cheapest option first, which is the Feelworld F570 4K monitor. Now this isn't an actual 4K monitor, but it can take a 4K signal. You know, I think this comes in at the smallest and cheapest option. I had originally purchased an Atomos Ninja, the Ninja 5, because it's also a small monitor. What I didn't like about the Ninja was it only had the battery option. It didn't have the power option, a DC 12 volt input option, because I run everything on my V-mount battery. So that was a big deal breaker for me with the Atomos Ninja 5. I was not happy, so I returned that monitor and got the Feelworld. And the things that I really like about this monitor, starting with, this is a 5-inch monitor. It's a very solid metal build. Super happy with the construction. Very happy with the brightness as well. And of course, the price tag on this is $189, and that's an incredible deal for what you get. I think in the past, I've owned the Lilliput. It's another really cheap monitor, but it's super cheap in build and quality and everything, and image quality is not great. This for $189 is an excellent option. I'd highly recommend this monitor. The downsides that I don't like about this, well, this is a Pro and a con. The HDMI ports being at the very bottom, that really works out if you mount your monitor to the side, and coming out of here, it goes straight up there, and you don't have to do this thing. That's a pro for mounting on the side, but it's a con for mounting on the top, because you have to get just the right HDMI cable. So good and bad. Secondly, I don't like this removable 1/4-20 thread mount. It's not built into the monitor. You will not find a built-in 1/4-20 mount into this monitor. What you have to do is mount it here by 2 Phillips head screws, mount it at the bottom, or mount it here on the side. So not my favorite, and you can tell when you put it on a friction arm or, you know, a cold shoe mount, swivel mount, that it's kind of loose on there. So that's not my favorite. Also, the menu functions are not my favorite on this monitor, but for $190, pretty awesome and solid option. And of course takes the Sony NP battery mount, which is pretty much universal on all monitors. You'll see that on every single one I have. So really great price for a great monitor. Highly recommend this thing. Next up is the Andycine C6. Now I think this is a fairly new monitor. They just sent me this monitor, and you're gonna see a lot of the same features. This is actually a 6-inch monitor. It's not quite as durable as the Feelworld. It's kind of a plastic housing, but it does have a built-in fan. It's got a touchscreen menu, a nice toggle wheel here for you, of course, the NP mount battery. And I will say the Andycine package for, I think it's about $289 for this monitor, you get a lot of stuff. It comes with a micro USB cable. It comes with a mini HDMI to HDMI, a micro HDMI to HDMI. It also comes with an NP battery and a charger, along with a great 6-inch screen and a nice hard shell case for $289. That's a killer deal. And the brightness so far, I think I'm most impressed with the brightness on this monitor. The Andycine comes in at 2600 nit, and the Portkeys comes in at 1700 nit. So it's, you know, we have a good range here. But back to the Andycine, What I do like about this thing is super bright 6-inch screen. You have a lot of screen space. Great visibility and contrast at its max brightness. What else I do like is side HDMI mounts. You have input and output, same with all these other monitors. You have built-in fan. You have an SD card slot, a headphone jack, and a 7-volt power input. The only downside about the power input is with my small rig swivel mount on the handle here, it blocks the power. So unfortunately I have to use the battery to power this guy with my rig, and I'll do a full review on this monitor very soon, so be on the lookout for that, and we'll go into more details about this monitor. But overall, I like it. The menu is a little bit clunky, a little bit out of date, but still usable nonetheless. A great monitor for $289 and a lot of great accessories. The battery alone is a great value to add to this package. As well, you can always get a nice solid Andycine swivel monitor mount for your cold shoe. This thing is solid, and they were nice enough to send this with them for me to try it out. So for $289, a great package. I recommend this monitor as well. And finally, we're gonna look at the Portkeys LH5P. I did do a review on this recently, so a lot of the specs are in there, but this is gonna be my go-to monitor. This is my highest recommended monitor. If you can afford the $399 price tag, it is a lot for $399. Most notable of all is the touchscreen Bluetooth control of your Blackmagic Pocket 6K cinema camera. This does also offer camera control for other cameras as well via the USB port. So that's a really nice feature. Not all cameras have Bluetooth, but you can still control it from your external monitor. So that's an incredible feature alone. As well, a very sharp image, very intuitive touch controls. You have swipe to zoom, you have all your camera controls, all your monitor controls, a built-in fan, a built-in speaker. This thing is awesome. I really like it. It's lightweight, metal housing, amazing menu, function keys for, you know, if you want to load a 3D LUT. Just a brilliant piece of gear, I think. They have killed it with this design. I'm super happy with, and like I said, this is what you will find on my rig nowadays. Portkeys LH5P for $400. The only thing I really don't like about this is that it's a proprietary power input. So I can't just take my regular 7 to 24 volt output cable from the plate into this monitor like I could with this, with the Andycine or with the Feelworld. You have to purchase Portkeys proprietary cable, and it does plug right in on the other end, so that's great. It's just you need their cable for their monitor. Apart from that, I have no issues with this monitor. 1700 nits, great in broad daylight. Not quite as bright as this guy, but for $400 you get an amazing package with wireless Bluetooth control. I highly recommend this. Of course, all of these monitors have the option to import a 3D LUT and, you know, load your custom look. So super happy with that. Really like all the features that I'm seeing on these things. But that's really a good range of monitors for those of you looking for kind of a more budget to a mid-range monitor, going from the Feelworld all the way up to the Portkeys. I hope this was helpful. Please shoot me any questions. I may have forgotten a few things. Also check out all the links down in the description below. That'll really help out my channel. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.